Hey, Tubies, this is Psychic Bob. I'm just sitting here, I'm looking at my pendant. Check this out. This is one of my pentacle pendants. I thought I lost this and I just found it. It's beautiful. It's a little silver pentacle with an black onyx stone in the middle. And I'm wearing this because, yesterday, 4th of July, happy belated 4th, it was the dark moon. And I always love the dark moon. It's mystical power. We're going to talk more about the dark moon tomorrow on Wednesday when we have Wiccan Wednesday. But I was just looking at this today and got me thinking about it. But here we are. Psychic Bob is back. I want to say thank you to all of you for your patience. Well, Psychic Bob just took a few days off to chillax. I'm back. I'm feeling mellow. I'm in the mood to talk to the spirit world. Anyways, your letters have been coming in. I want to say thank you for all the kind letters and interest in my videos. You guys rock. If you didn't see my last video, it was on Sunday. It was just my walk. I went out walking and shared my thoughts about the weekend. And if you didn't see that, check that out. Today it's Tuesday, and every Tuesday we do messages from the spirit world. For those of you who are new here, this is something where people can write in to me, ask psychic question, and I pull a bunch of letters each week and answer them. I have a lot of fun. We've been doing this almost 10 years now. Can you believe it? Wow. Anyways, we got a bunch of letters here, and for those of you who are new, there is no charge for this. All you need to do is put a comment, put your question in the box below this video, or write me at my website at robert-hickman.com. There's the email over there, and you can get me a message for messages from the spirit world. Well, I'm so glad you're here. But before we get into the letters, let's all take a moment and just attune to the spirit world. Okay, Fletcher's back here. He says hello. Our first letter today is from Brittany Potter. Hello, Brittany. And she writes, she says, Dear Psychic Bob, can you tell me about my past lives? Yeah. Brittany, it's interesting because when I'm stepping into your vibration right now, I'm getting flashes of purple light around you. This means you have a lot of psychic gifts. And I feel like there's also a lot of magic power around you. It's interesting when I look into your past, I see a connection here with Wales, ancient Wales, the country of Wales, on the western coast of England. And you were actually a magical practitioner there. You were actually like the local village witch. I want to place this around mid-1700s. They showed me that you had a gift for communicating with animals. You were like a horse whisperer. You could also heal animals. You were a midwife as well, and you knew all about herbs and used to cast spells by the light of the moon. So you have a lot of spiritual power around you. I would encourage you to do research on the country of Wales. I think you would be very fascinated how connected you'll start to feel to that. But I do see a link there. And it was a good life. You lived to be about 90 years old. And Fletcher said, he said, you're back and you've got another long life ahead of you. So definitely a lot of spiritual power, a lot of healing. You're carrying over that channeling ability, that magical power. So I would encourage you, if you're not already doing so, I'd encourage you to look into the magical arts such as Wicca or like herbalism, astrology. You knew about all of these in your past life, and I see that around you again. Hope that helps. Thanks for writing. Blessings to you. Okay, our next letter is from Misha Maldono. And Misha writes, it says, Dear Bob, how does age work in the spirit world? If someone dies of old age, do they remain the same age or look the same as when they died? Or do they shift to a more youthful look? Please help me understand this. Thank you, Misha. Hi, Misha. This is a very good question. I can only tell you from my experience, when I have encountered spirits that have come over from the spirit world, those who have successfully crossed to the light actually tend to look younger. There is, I don't believe, any one age that anybody has to be at in the spirit world. It's been my experience that you cross over and you revert to the age at which you were your best on earth. So, for some people, like their younger years are worse than when they get older. So some people might die at 80, but their happiest in their life was when they were 40. So they might revert back to 40. For some, they'll revert back to 20 or 15 even. But it's my experience that the souls on the other side get to be and look whatever age they felt their happiest and at their finest. Because you see, when you go back to spirit, you kind of get rewarded for having gone through this life. There's so much struggle down here. And when we get back, we get to shed all that negativity and we come back to our true self. And so we can look at different ages. Now, sometimes what will happen is when a soul comes over, they'll look initially like if they're coming to see somebody, they'll appear in the form at which they look like when they died. But eventually they'll shed that and show themselves in their better light. It's been my experience also that people that are earthbound, souls that don't cross to the light, they retain the look and the age of whatever age they died at. So for example, if it was a suicide and they don't let go of the earth and they stay here on earth, they're going to carry with their body, their spirit body, looks exactly like the physical, all the scars, all the trauma of that time of death. So this accounts for why sometimes when people see spirits, particularly like suicides, they'll have a rope around their neck or their, the blood on them. And that's because you are not released from that earth reality until you cross over. So this is why we always want to help the earthbounds, because we can help them get to the light that'll shed all that suffering for them, you see. So, but anyways, I hope that answers that. Good question, okay? Thanks for writing. Our next letter is, what is the galactic, oops, who wrote this one? I didn't write the name down. Well, I don't have your name here, but I'll put it on later. They wrote, what is the Galactic Global Alliance of Light Beings saying about the times to come? Will there be a mass die-off, survival of the fittest, or natural selection? This is a very good question. I'll tell you, I've been talking to a number of psychics around the globe, and we're all feeling that the Earth is in a very serious balance point right now. Now, the truth is we are literally dawning at the age of Aquarius, and that's supposed to be an age of enlightenment, of spirituality, of freedom of the soul. But the truth of the matter is that the age of Aquarius also has a negative vibe because Uranus, the planet Uranus, rules the age of Aquarius. Uranus in its negative side becomes radical, extremist, and hostile, revolutionary, destructive, in fact. And so right now there's a real spiritual pull in the spirit world and on the earth for people's souls. Are people going to evolve and become enlightened, or are they going to become tyrannical? I really have felt, and other psychics I've talked to, we seem to share the viewpoint that it's not really decided. I don't personally believe in fate. I don't believe we're fated for destruction or that we're fated for enlightenment either. I believe that it's a free will decision now. And so when you say, is there going to be a mass die-off? This is actually one of the possibilities, because I can tell you there is a big globalist agenda now to control and destroy a large part of the Earth's population. Now, a lot of people will say that's conspiracy theory, but I'll tell you, I have lived life for the last few years as a targeted individual, and I have seen the reality of the globalist agenda. Many TIs are being killed, and there's a belief that this may be an experiment to extend this destruction globally. Now, are we all fated for death? Not necessarily, because again, human free will determine whether we become enlightened or whether we become unenlightened and go to chaos. So the spirit world has told me from when I've inquired, they've said, it is up to you, we will help you. Many of us that are incarnate now were former Atlanteans. We lived in the ancient continent of Atlantis, myself included, and we saw the destruction. And deep within our soul memory is the knowledge that we're getting a chance to do it all again. And this time, hopefully, we'll do it right, and we will evolve towards enlightenment and not devolve towards destruction. So this is yet to be seen. I have only been told by the spirit world that we are at a very critical point now, and that those of us who are called by the light to serve spirit, to serve humanity, we must fulfill our roles and step into our callings now. So I say this because all of you who watch this and are part of spiritual, so many of you have written to me and said you feel called to do something good for the world. Well, now is the time to start enacting that. You may not be able to go out and change the whole world, but you can start maybe just by being kind to somebody in need, reaching out to a neighbor, honoring your spiritual self through daily meditation and prayer, connecting, raising your consciousness. If just everybody here at Spirit Channel would start that, we could start a revolution in consciousness. So, I don't necessarily say there's going to be a mass die-off, but it's certainly possible. So don't get, I tell people, don't become so arrogant to think it can't happen again. The destruction of Atlantis could occur all over again if we're not enlightened. Okay? Anyways, good question. Thank you for writing. I wish I wrote your name here. That's all right. I'll put it on the screen. Thanks for writing. Blessings to you. Okay, our next letter is from Georgina Tarucchio. Hi, Georgina. She writes, "Hi, Bob. Always a blessing to see you, always helping. Much love and light to all that you do." Thank you, darling. That's so sweet of you. I'm glad you're here. She writes, she says, "My question is, what is my calling in this lifetime?" Georgina, when I step into your vibration, I get a lot of beautiful green light and white and gold around you. Green light means that you have a gift for healing. And I would like you to be open to embracing a healing role. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to be a nurse or a doctor. You could do healing such as Reiki healing, counseling, spiritual readings. All of these are forms of healing. You have a lot of white light around you, which for me means that you're at a place, a crossroads of new beginning now. And I do feel this next year for you, you're going to have a lot of open doors to step into your healing role. I do see around you also golden light, which means that you are carrying a lot of wisdom and enlightenment. And a lot of people are ready to receive the gifts that you have. So I want you to be open to sharing and being a healing presence. This is where I see your calling. And, you might say, well, Bob, I do accounting. How can I be a healer? Well, when you're talking about healing, that means that whatever your job you're doing, you're there, and know that Spirit is bringing people to you. They might be coming to you for an accounting issue, but really they're coming to you because there's something inside of their soul that needs healed. So you're going to find that already starting. And I do feel over this next year, you more fully embrace that. Hope that helps. Blessings to you. Our next letter is Nigella for me. And she writes, "Hi, Nigella. Good to see you." She says, "Hello, Bob. I was wondering if you can give me any info on when I will find true love. I feel that I'm ready for a relationship. Thank you." Hi, Nigella. Hon, when I step into your frequency now, it's nice because I get around you a lot of clear pink light and a lot of beautiful clear blue light. What that means is you've been doing the heart level work. You've been clearing out the past pain. You've been working on raising your vibration. And I do feel like you're ready now to be in a relationship. In terms of timing, I have to be honest with you, I'm not seeing it till the beginning of 2017, around January, so it's a little ways out. But I do feel like at that time you're entering into a stable, committed, loving relationship. And you have a lot of blue light around you, which means you have a lot of open heart communication gifts. So I want you to remember that as you're meeting people, you know, spirit will bring somebody into your sphere. I see you actually meeting this person through a social gathering. It feels like it's some type of group that you're going to be attending. It's either like a spiritual development group or maybe even a yoga group or some type of group of people. But I see a group of adults about the same age as you. And everybody's sitting in a room in a kind of a circle here. So I feel like this person is just kind of down the circle from you. He's a nice gentleman, about the same age. His darker complexion, darker hair. He may have a Native American element to him. His eyes and his face structure look Native American to me. And I really like him. He's very striking looking. But I do see a connection, as I said, around January of 2017 through this group connection. So for right now, I would encourage you, just be open to kindness and goodness. You have a lot of light around you. You've really done a lot of inner work, and that's really showing now. So I'm excited for you. You have my blessings, and be open to love. It's definitely part of your chart, okay? Thanks for writing. Blessings to you. All right, our next letter is from Darth Telly. And Darth says, can spirit guides be non-human, like animals, aliens, and other things? Hi, Darth. This is a wonderful question. Absolutely, yes. Spirit guides are beings of consciousness throughout the cosmos who have time and energy to give to us and gifts to share. So whether they're a Palladian, or whether they're an Andromedan or an Arcturian, yes, many people have guides that are non-human. What you have to kind of remember is that we as souls have, over our soul journey, experienced many lifetimes, and not all of those necessarily in human form or even on this planet. So we may have had past lives where we lived in the Andromeda galaxy and we have a soul link. And so we come into Earth and our Andromedan friends follow us and watch us. So yes, I do believe we have guides that are non-human. I can tell you in my own journey, I have a raven as a spirit guide. One of my guides is an actual raven spirit. And this raven guide always appears when I go somewhere and I'm in danger. It may not literally be the same raven, but it's the spirit raven that guides the earth raven to be present. And so like a few weeks ago, I was going somewhere and I had somebody who was up the street who was going to start trouble for me. And a big raven flew and landed right at my feet. And it's like he was blocking my path. And I said, whoa. And I felt him communicate in my spirit mind, said, don't go the other way, turn left. And so I turned left and I avoided a potentially dangerous situation. So yes, animals can be guides. Absolutely. Animals, aliens, non-humans, yes. We think about angels. Angels are not actually human. They're a different class of being. Many people have angel guides. So yes, there's another example. Very good question. So in a nutshell, yes, we can have guides from all manner and forms of life. Okay, hope that helps. By the way, just so you know, I do pick up around you some alien guides. You do have some Palladians around you. And in terms of animal guides, I keep getting the panther around you. I feel that you have a guardian of a giant black panther who's one of your protectors. Hope that helps. Thanks for writing. Well, listen, guys, that is all the time I've got for letters today. I've got a full day of readings here, but I am so glad you took the time to come out and see the video, and I hope you guys have a blessed day. I send you my blessings. Keep it here tomorrow. We are going to have Wiccan Wednesday, and we're going to talk about the dark moon and the mystery of the dark moon. So you don't want to miss that. Anyways, hope you'll keep it here at Spirit Channel. I'm looking forward to being back here with you tomorrow. And oh, by the way, I did post daily horoscopes. So go over to my website, www.robert-hickman.com. Link below. Get your free daily horoscope. And if you don't know your sign, after each sign I give the birth date ranges so you can find where your birthday falls, and that's your sign. Hope you'll check it out. Anyways, we'll see you back here tomorrow. And of course, next week, next Tuesday, we'll have another Messages from the Spirit World.